All right, fight fans, joining us now, special guest, MMA legend, but she is about to be a professional boxer, Cris Cyborg. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be with you guys.
Oh, likewise.
Listen, first off, at this point in your career, I'm going to jump right into it. Obviously, the 25th, you'll be in a boxing ring. What influenced you on making that decision?
No, for me, it's like one dream coming true. You know, in Brazil, I started boxing first. And then when I asked my coach, I would like to do a fight, he said, Cris, I cannot help you for this, but he sent me to shoot the box gym. It's one academy, but it's vale tudo. It's MMA. So then I started doing MMA over there. But it's one of my dreams. I accomplished a lot of things in my career, and I don't have any chance to do a boxing fight. I did a Muay Thai fight alone. I did wrestling. I did Jiu-Jitsu. And for me, it's one dream coming true.
Wow, so many people are saying that it's their first dream. Even Dana White said his first love was boxing. Okay, so now if you look at it, social media guys, you know, YouTubers are boxing now. MMA people want to box now. Anderson Silva's about to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Do you think that boxing, because for a while UFC was very, very popular, kind of like overtaking boxing to an extent. Do you think that boxing is becoming popular again?
Yes, I think this is very good for the sport. You know, I coming to MMA, go to the boxing. I really would like to help, you know, women's boxing. I think have a lot of talent, like Clarissa Shields, like Serrano, you know, have a lot of girls. And Katie Taylor, have a lot of girls in the box. I think you give more light for them. I am happy, you know, people come in the box to the MMA to the box. I think it helped. Like some boxer, like Clarissa Shields coming to MMA. You know, I think the bigger difference is the payday. Like, you know, for guys, they receive a lot of money, but for the girls, it's still growing, you know, but getting better. You know, I'm very excited about Clarissa Shields fight. I know change the date, but I think Katie Taylor is against Serrano também. It was getting good payday. So I think they changed the sport.
Does Clarissa win that fight against, well, when it gets postponed, does she win that fight against Marsh?
I believe she can beat. I believe she's been training, she's focused, and you know, she's a long time ago. You know, I think you're getting improved, you're getting better. I believe she's gonna take that win. Yes.
No, speaking of Katie Taylor, you're obviously a boxing fan. You know, I personally was at the most historic boxing event I ever been to with Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. I was in Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
I felt that type of energy.
Yes.
The fight was super entertaining. Who did you think won that fight? Do you think the right woman got the decision that night?
I was with Serrano's side, you know, with the people, team Paul, Jake Paul. I believe the fight is very tight, you know. I believe they have to fight again. I believe, you know, Serrano have a good moments in the fight, and I believe it's very tight. Who's then give is gonna get a win? I believe.
Well, they've mentioned your name, but Katie Taylor before. But I wanted to ask you, who do you think would be a tougher fight for you in the boxing ring, Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor?
I believe Serrano is very light. I think she's fight 125. I think she's fought before 158. And I believe because I think Katie Taylor is heavier, but I know it's both is gonna be tough. It's both tough.
Yeah, Serrano's lighter, but her punches might be heavier.
Yeah, very fast, quick. You know, it's quick. It's hard.
Listen, Nate Diaz just went out with a big win out of the UFC. He's done with the UFC. He talked about possibly hinted at starting a boxing promotional company, getting a boxing ring. Who do you think Nate should fight first in a boxing ring? Who, if you was his matchmaker, promoter, who would you put him against in the ring against?
You know who's gonna win against Jake Paul and Anderson Silva? This can be the next match. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I was really happy this win. You know, he's a legend in the sport, and to see he's getting the victory and he's free now. You know, he can do next chapter of his life, and I'm very, very excited.
All right, so obviously you're going to have this fight on September 25th. Good luck, by the way. And you've been in talks with fighting women like Katie Taylor. How true is that? Have you really been in deep talks about fighting somebody like Katie Taylor?
You know, she's calling me out, her manager, promoter too, like to talk about. For me, it's an honor. You know, I've been coming from different sports for sure. You know, if just coming to the table, you know, I want to do the biggest fight for my fans. And they say, Cris, you know, you want to see the Katie Taylor fight. It's going to be a challenge for me, you know, but I'm telling you, I'm going to work really hard if this is in the future can happen and do the best fight for my fans.
I'm sorry,
my Fox first, I believe, is Simone. I think I don't like to think about further, you know, if I have somebody in front of me. And I think it's the Simone fight is going to be an opportunity for me can be a boxer a little bit, you know.
Do you think because of the, I guess, recent light that's been shined on women's boxing, I mean, with Clarissa, Katie, and, you know, Michaela May and Bob Garner, they're causing a lot of ruckus right now, that we might see a lot of MMA fighters, women coming into boxing, maybe because it's more lucrative, more money?
You know, for the girls is not very good money for doing the boxing, you know. MMA is really better, but I believe it's gonna change. I believe the people really like to watching boxing girls. I trained with girls for a long time boxing. Have a Cornejo, have a Raquel Miller. I did sparring Clarissa Shields. No, I've been training with girls boxers, and I have a friend. We're sparring together, and for me, you know, it's a one community. You know, is with the women, and then getting better the sport for both way. Not just fight for women's MMA, but the women's boxing, and they make the sport better for a next generation to come.
Amen. Listen, Simone Silva is Brazilian as well. How much do you know about her?
I know she have a lot of experience. She have 40 professional boxing. She fought 4 times for the world title in boxing, and she fought the girl I spar all the time, Cornejo, Maricela Cornejo. She's number 3 in the world, but then fight 168, I believe, in the pounds. We fight the 154. This fight is gonna be first time I fight 154 because I always fight 45. For me, it's different, you know. I believe it's a big challenge for me. Of course, I'd like to fight somebody, no boxing fight like me, but because in my MMA career, this is not gonna happen. So I just gonna work hard and do my best I can.
Well, in MMA, you're one of the hardest punchers. Do you think they're going to be able to show that in the boxing ring with those big gloves on?
I believe the boxing MMA is very different than the real boxers. You know, you really not just the hard punch, but you really have to know the movement, you know, the sleep, you see, because they really see everything you do. Yeah. So you move the shoulder, they know what you're gonna do. So it's a big challenge for me. I work really hard and respect it. I respect it. So, yeah. But I know it's gonna improve a lot of my boxing in MMA. But you know, I am gonna do my best. You know, it's gonna be 8 rounds. The 2 minutes. This is the next challenge because I always fight 5 rounds, 5 minutes. So this is a quick 8 to 2 minutes. So it's you know,
it might be a little easier.
I'm gonna use my power, but I'm gonna use the techniques too.
Listen, you mentioned only 2 minutes, right, opposed to 5. If you do find some quick success in the boxing world, do you think you'll definitely come back to MMA? I mean, could you possibly bow out of MMA if you start reaching success in boxing right away?
You know, for sure, I'm gonna try balance between them. You know, I have to defend my title, you know, in MMA, so you coming back. But you know, I believe after if I do well, do feel good, and maybe I can do a next one boxing fight, you know, or I can defend my title. I'm not sure what's the plan, but I'm really focusing on and to do my best I can and do good fights for the fans.
Well, you know what? Look, we're definitely looking forward to seeing you in the ring. Any combat fight you're at, I'll be watching. So good luck on the 25th, and thanks for joining us.
Welcome. It's my pleasure. And you guys can watch the fight.tv, the Fight Live. And I'm very happy, you know, and thankful for the opportunity. I'm doing my best. I'm very excited. Go back to my city in Curitiba, and it's going to be amazing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, champ.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.